Welcome to Muscle Research Review for the week of April the 6th, 2015. Quick research summaries for the health and fitness professional. So let's begin. Our first study looks at the association between altered lumbar motor control, joint mobility, and low back pain in athletes. Now, this was more of an exploratory study involving a small sample size of only about 15 athletes. Results showed that for athletes with low back pain, 40% exhibited aberrant movements, while only 6% of those without back pain did. Now, 66% of those with low back pain frequently self-manipulated their spine, while 40% of those without back pain. Now, athletes with low back pain also tended to have less lumbar flexion than those without. Although this is a small study, we do see that aberrant movement patterns and a significant clinical finding with low back pain in athletes. Now, stabilization training and incorporating movement screens may be a great way to address this. This next study asked the question, does a single set of exhaustive exercises prior to resistance training provide any additional benefits to strength, endurance, and hypertrophy? The study looked at the quadriceps muscle over an 8-week period with a control group, a traditional training group, and a prior exhaustive training group, which involved a single set of exercise to exhaustion at 20% of 1 rep maximum. The prior exhaustive training group had a greater increase in 1 rep maximum cross-sectional area and local muscular endurance compared to the training group. It should be interesting to see if these results can expand to other body parts other than the quadriceps alone. Looking to ice your muscles after a hard workout. If you're looking to increase muscular and vascular responses, you may want to stay away from that. A new study immersed forearms in cold water for 20 minutes after wrist flexion exercises. Here's what they found. There was an increase in wrist flexor thickness and muscle endurance in both the cooled and non-cooled groups, but less so in the cooled group. However, maximal muscle strength and brachial artery diameter did not increase in the cooled group. If you're looking at strength gains, it's best to avoid icing after a workout, although the sample size of the study was only about 14 subjects. A larger scale study with larger body parts is exactly what I'm looking for in the future. Got patients with chronic tension type headaches? A new study found that isometric exercises of the neck flexors significantly reduced pressure pain scores in the short and long term. We know that these types of headaches can be brought on by suboccipital trigger points. Apart from trigger point therapy, look to add neck flexor isometric exercises in the lying, sitting, and standing positions. It's important to remember that this study provided other manual therapy treatments, such as mobilization of the cervical and thoracic spine and postural correction, so the results can't exclusively be attributed to isometric neck flexor exercises. Do you look at scapular asymmetry in your patients or clients? A new study compared the dominant and non-dominant side of athletes and non-athletes. In the non-athletes, there wasn't any difference between dominant and non-dominant arms. In athletes, the results showed significant differences. The dominant arm had more downward rotation in scapular rest position and more upward rotation at 90 and 135 degrees of shoulder abduction than the non-dominant shoulder. The study suggests that scapular asymmetry may be common in athletes and may be more of an adaptation to extensive use of the upper limb rather than being considered a pathological sign. This leads to 2 great articles on asymmetry that you can probably read further on. Greg Cook talks about the very same thing and whether asymmetry is important, and Mike Reinold goes through whether static asymmetry is an issue in the athlete. It's definitely great takeaways, especially after the results from this study. Full links are provided below the video on our YouTube channel. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on your muscle research. See you guys next time.